Hobbies are great, hobbies are fine, but not all agree, not all the time. 'Cause some hobbies do have 'em. That jarring minority, tarring the majority with foul strokes of the same brush.
Booted forward down the right hand down, Tom Cannon.
Yes, I know.
Hefty first touch from Ernie, sprinting off after it. Flegazuelo slide tackles. Who did that come off? Referee says it came off Flegazuelo.
Yeah.
And a corner early on.
The beautiful game has its hooligans. Backpack campers have fly campers, unapologetically unravelling parliamentary progress with their litter and other digested delights. Never said backpack in my life. Cycling has its red light runners in their sexy cat suits. And knitting has those yarn bombers who think it's okay to go round vandalising public property at the expense of a taxpayer. It's just not cricket. And letterboxing, sadly, is no different. It has its troublemakers too. No, not this lot. At a meet, you'll just find a hall of wildlife worshippers that rely on Dartmoor like medicine and would never dream of harming it. Head to any popular tour though, and you might find an exposed, proposed letterbox, but an unauthentic one in some flimsy container housing an unloved blob of sorry rotten matter, a stamp from a cereal promotion, and having no published clue making it locatable to others. This is the letterbox's burden, a product of innocence and inexperience, something known in the letterboxing community as a kid's box, a box planted by a child, perhaps a big child or grockle that wants in on the fun but isn't aware of the rules. Someone who means no harm, but unknowingly disregards the codes of conduct formed between letterboxes and the DNPA in 1977. If you've ever watched any of these videos, you might have noticed me force the laboured phrase, proper letterbox, and this is what I'm getting at.
Don't get too excited, darling. It ain't proper.
Proper letterboxes follow rules to ensure they're cited responsibly and do no harm to nature, antiquity or property. They're maintained and include the owner's contact info so they can be made aware if they need attention. Proper letterbox designs should also relate to Dartmoor, include the place name, feature or character etc. it relates to, be relevant to letterboxing or be passable for other unique merits. Like many hobbies though, a naughty minority dent reputations while the silent majority behave, but I'd wager if you broke bread with proper letterboxes, you'd struggle to meet a community that value Dartmoor higher, that take active steps to protect it, and even fundraised for its many charities. There then, that's the illegitimate and kids boxes explained, so if you're thinking of planting your own, please follow the rules, which are available on the Dartmoor Letterboxing website or in the annual Dartmoor Letterboxing catalogue of clues. Failing to do so spoils the game for others and may make you the target of a raised eyebrow. Sadly for you though, that's not the end, because that's just the tip of the proper letterbox iceberg. Hear me out. Like many hobbies that involve collecting, letterboxes of course keep a tally of how many they find. Finding 100 stamps will qualify collectors to join the 100 Club. Then further badges are available for milestones beyond, which provide incentive, reward and prestige for all their hard work. Not all care about the numbers, but some don't mind hitting the odd round number, like the time I recently found my 1000th. So what's this got to do with the properness of letterboxes? Stay with me. Ask the right questions in the right shaded corners, earwig in the right place at the right time, and keep an eye out for spillages of unbound passion in visitor books. You might learn there's more to it than every stamp counts. See, some are of the opinion that some boxes are more proper than others. But before you accuse me of making a tour out of a tussock, don't just take my word for it. Here's some evidence to highlight what I'm getting at. Listen to what Escaped Again let slip in this interview.
And at my age, every day's an extra day still looking for decent stamps.
You hear that?
Decent stamps.
Reading between the lines, this suggests a varying quality between stamps. Next, Look at this note on an old letterboxing logbook from years past on Lundy Island. The standard of letterboxes has fallen on Dartmoor. Interesting. Now listen to this excerpt from Alan Francis's radio play on letterboxing.
For now, the afternoon play, which explores the unusual hobby of letterboxing, with many of the voices heard being those of genuine letterboxers on Dartmoor.
Hello, are you Godfrey?
Yes.
Hi. I'm Alan. I phoned you last night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
And, well, I've got my 100 stamps. I want my 100 Club badge.
Well, can I have a look at them, please?
Yeah, here they are.
But most of these are from a pub, surely.
Yeah, that's right. The Railway Inn last night.
Well, yes, but you're meant to be out on the moor. Did you go out on the moor last night?
Well, no. Well, I tried going out on the moor, but it didn't sort of work out. And then I went to this pub, and I saw all these stamps in the pub, and I just thought, brilliant, I'll just get
no,
it in there.
you can't join 100 Club for that. You've got to go out and collect them out on the moor.
Well, what if I was to give you a fiver, say?
Good gracious, no. No.
Tenner?
No. You won't do that. You must go out on the moor, get some good fresh air. You'll be able to find them all right, but it'll take you some weeks, perhaps, to get all that number. But you got all these yesterday by the looks of them. No, we can't accept that.
Even Godfrey Swinscoe, letterboxing's late unofficial president, made a case that certain boxes didn't count toward a tally, and there's no higher authority than God. Still not convinced? I've saved the best till last. An outraged tirade scrawled across the front cover of a letterbox put out in celebration of finding 3,000 boxes. Such defacing is not common or representative of general attitudes within the hobby, but I find the opinion valid and can't help but secretly enjoy the passion. And such a scolding message demands a fitting delivery, so my mate with some real pizzazz has kindly agreed to a dramatisation. George from the Dartmoor podcast. People actually watch his videos, and you should too. They're as proper as they come, and he's on his own journey to the 100 Club, so be sure to show some support.
This box was put out to commemorate our collecting of our 3,000th big deal. I wonder how many walks and travellers and collected at the meat boxes, none of which are proper letterboxes, so should not count.
Get on, George. Really helped hammer home the sassy sentiment there, to form the jewel in our 4 crumbs of evidence that suggests stamps are regarded by some to hold varying worth, and that some might go as far as saying they shouldn't count in your tally, or at least towards your first 100. But what's the alternative? Which stamps should count and which shouldn't, and who cares anyway? I don't know, but asking around, someone at a meet mentioned a 5% rule, where 5% of your count is allowed to include boxes of low stock, but no more. Boxes of low stock. What a snobby thing to say. But oh well, while I'm on one again, I may as well go all in with a snobby diagram to suggest which boxes would count towards a tally under this 5% rule, and propose a hierarchy for the quality of each different kind of letterbox. And since I don't think it's been done before, I'll coin the theory, the pyramid of properness, and take full ownership of all mistakes and snootiness. At the foot of the pyramid isn't kids' boxes. Nope, they're so improper they don't even make the diagram. It's your own boxes. Now I don't care if you're the best hand carver this side of the Wallabrook. Besides the effort and generosity involved with making them, there's no hunt involved with your own stamps, so how can this score any higher? Just above, it's building boxes, a fantastic excuse for a pint, some scrummy grub, or a reason to visit a Dartmoor business. But the only challenge is asking the staff for the stamp, which can be hard when they don't always know about it. Next is one-day stamps, often shared at events. They're a joy to collect, particularly as people often put their own twist on events, but they're mostly a case of right place, right time, and take no skill to find. Next is travellers. I'll admit, bumping into another letterboxer in the wild does seem rare these days, but it's not like you have to crack a clue for them, and there are plenty being traded at the biannual meets. Moving into proper territory, chance finds are up first. Chance finds being boxes you happen to stumble upon without actively looking for them. There's little skill beyond the sixth sense needed to spot them, but as they come off the open moor and involve a walk, they surely count. Next is moving boxes. They're incredibly rare and untraceable, but finding them is more down to luck than skill. Then there are charity walks, an easy boxes dozen close together, with 10 fig grids to guarantee a double-figure day. Now, watcher of this niche channel probably know what's coming next. Play the broken record, it's one for the autopilots. It's boxes with grid references in the clue. They count, but at what cost? Which means the top, most proper boxes are all analog boxes, locatable only with the manual method of map, compass and clue. What else did you expect? So there we have it. The top 5 I would consider proper boxes that count to one's tally, but the bottom 4 would be improper boxes, subject to the 5% rule. Hopefully I haven't made anyone start unpicking any stitch badges, but I think the 5% rule is a good one to make people aware of, and one I think I'll follow to ensure my tally is at least 95% proper. Yep, I guess that's that then. No other business. We certainly don't need to put my precious first 1,000 under the microscope, do we? We do? Bugger. Suppose I better practice what I preach. Let's have a look through my stamps and count how many I really have using the 5% rule. Being very strict and not including different versions of the same stamp, I counted 1,002 all in, just enough to scrape the badge. We haven't done a graph in a while, so let's get one up and list my finds in order of properness. 307 proper boxes. Get on. 149 by GPS. Shh. 3 moving boxes. Lucky boy. 242 charity boxes. Good boy. 60 travellers. Less yapping, more boxing. 59 one-day boxes. He gets around. 93 chance boxes. Hunchback. 31 building boxes. And 58 of my own to demolish my total. Now let's see how this adds up into proper and improper boxes. 794 proper, 208 improper. Not too bad, but if I can only include 5% of improper boxes in my total, looks like I'm going to be way off 1,000. And which 5% do we go with anyway? 5% from the proper or improper total? I'm inclined to go with the proper total, which for me would be 40 to the closest round number, bringing my total to 834. Looks like I'll have to take back that dance, for now. Ah well, I'll get there. And let me help you get there too, with a new stamp called Ratboy's Pyramid of Properness. You know the drill, clue in the next update and catalogue. Oh, and before I go, if you're as seething over this as I am, gutted to have robbed myself of a 1,000 badge, let me know and we'll have a good old scrap in the comments. Bring it on.